Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy DB6. Just want to let you know what you're about to see here are my reactions to different YouTube videos, edited down to the specific clip. If you like what you see, if you want to add your input, you're always welcome. I'm live every Monday at 10 p.m. and Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. But without further ado, enjoy the rest of the video. I don't know what to expect here. This could be really good or really bad. We're about to find the fuck out. 5 gum.
Wrigley's 5 Gum would make its commercial debut with one of the most outlandishly over-the-top marketing campaigns ever developed for a food product. Seriously, 5's advertising was the edgiest thing a snack company's done since they decided to put Master Chief on Doritos bags. And that doesn't even come close.
That's not even edgy.
Originally named after the 5 human senses and the
Is that what they did?
Stick, Wrigley's 5 managed to take something as mundane as chewing gum and posture it as the most extreme sensory experience.
That's what I'm saying. Like, look at these fucking commercials. What is this shit? 5 gum kind of sucks, in my opinion. No, you're right. 5 gum does suck. And that's why nobody cares that it's gone.
It's available on the market.
But this shit was always wild.
Flavors were intense.
Oh, well, the RPMs? Oh, dude.
And spearmint.
He had RPMs on the... Let me see if he puts it up.
Cobalt, flare, and rain.
Yeah, these fucking flavors were ass.
New take on how gum could be sold.
This is spearmint, not rain. They just made everything like it was you're in the fucking Matrix. Everything was like you're a futuristic person if you eat this gum. You know what gum I miss that was really fucking good? Trident Layers. Bro, bring back Trident Layers. That shit was fucking gas, dude. Not 5 gum.
A unique approach that focused less on the traditional themes of long-lasting, breath-freshening monotony and more on the visceral experience of the
what is this commercial?
Itself. And this attitude
what does this have to do with gum?
Pertain to the gum. Heck, even the packaging was unique. Seriously, there's a whole case study about it online. It was surprisingly innovative. And
yeah,
it was these
innovations
to marketing and packaging that made the product strangely
No, hold on. I gotta go back. This shit right here, this RPM garbage, was so bad. It was so bad. It tasted like I was chewing on plastic. It had no flavor. The commercials for 5 gum are insane, though. Yeah, exactly. I don't know how they annihilated their brand image that way. Like, I'm curious on what he's going to get to on how they, quote-unquote, annihilated their brand image. But, like, 5 gum was not good. Their marketing was just so good. How it feels to chew 5 gum. Exactly. Everybody knows the tagline. And the marketing was insane. You felt like you were watching a movie in the commercial. And then it just ends with, how it feels to chew 5 gum. And they whispered it at you. And it was just so unsettling. But their shit was ass.
Made the product so strangely captivating for its time. In 2007,
I'll tell you what though, their packaging was fire.
Product specifically engineered for an entirely new age of consumer. Early insights show that Wrigley's 5 was looking to...
You know why it also took off? Because of Monster. They have a very similar color scheme to Monster. Black background, vibrant colors. It grabs your attention. Their packaging was insanely smart. It's just like Monster. They have a black can with a big green M on it. It grabs your attention. It's garbage. It tastes horrible, both products, but it was eye-grabbing. It tastes like plastic with a flavored crap on it and lost all its flavor so damn fast. It literally lost its flavor within seconds. Within seconds. It was nuts.
To target the demographic.
I think the only gum that lost its flavor faster than 5 gum, and it's a pretty close race, is that shit you'd get in Halloween, that double bubble, the pink shit. That shit's actually good, though.
Of, quote, 14 to 25-year-old male status seekers, which I guess just translates to guys that are into Andrew Tate now, I don't know. It was a coming-of-age type of product, one that said, Hubba Bubbas for babies, and drew a line in the sand, separating the boys from the slightly less prepubescent boys. Look, for those that grew up in the late 2000s,
that's a valid statement.
That 5 was kind of the Axe body spray of gum. And during the peak
yes,
of the
but look,
life cycle,
hold on. Bear with me here. I know we're a minute and 54 seconds in this video, and I've been yapping my ass off, but Hold on, let's get back to where it says
For those
it.
that grew up in the late 2000s, there's no denying that 5 was kind of the axe bar.
Okay, but look at what I'm saying here. Black background, vibrant colors. It's a marketing ploy. It's a damn marketing ploy. And all of these companies that want to be this futuristic, this dark aesthetic, they do this shit on purpose.
Body spray of gum. And during the
Like, hear me out. I'm gonna break it down for a whole different product line for you. You got body wash, right? As a male, you go to the body wash aisle. You look at the gray bottles and you look at the white bottles. And instantly your brain goes, oh, the white bottles are for women. Why? Because they ingrain this into your head that light-colored things are feminine and dark-colored things are masculine. When it really has no fucking difference. It's just the color of the packaging. Like, it's all marketing. It's all marketing.
The peak of the product's life cycle, its popularity was primarily associated with middle school boys.
Yes.
But the truth is, the success of Five's marketing would capture a consumer base far beyond the reach of their targeted demographic.
Okay.
And that was all thanks to a now timeless advertising campaign. But first, here's a different ad from today's sponsor, Displayed. Did you know that...
No. I like the concept of Displayed, but I don't need to watch ad.
The 5 gum commercials were a
There we go.
high-octane, adrenaline-driven thrill for the senses, designed to illustrate to the viewer that 5 wasn't just a flavor. It was an experience.
But it wasn't.
One
It was
different.
bad.
The taste of cobalt was equated to being launched at Mach speed through some sort of sub-zero pneumatic tube system. The taste...
Yeah, it was insane. And he would get chills on his skin and everything. It's crazy. You know what cobalt actually tasted like? 1 drop of peppermint oil on a piece of plastic that lost its flavor within 30 seconds. You wonder why 5 Gum sold so many fucking things? Is because you had to chew half a pack to actually chew gum. Because 5 chomps in and it's lost its flavor.
of flair felt like skydiving onto the heat of 1,000...
This is a watered-down version of the hot tamales.
air vents. And Rain was...
Rain is like Wrigley's already spearmint product, but just muted the flavor.
To be honest, I still have no idea what this one was about, but that was part of the enjoyment. The commercials made Five's flavors appear mysterious and abstract, yet still enticing. I mean, how are you supposed to know what Swerve tastes like?
Garbage.
Well, I guess you'll just have to buy a pack and find out. To add to
Literally.
the allure, the advertisements always took place in a mysterious, uncanny-looking testing facility, where the subject was always put through some sort of strange experiment of the senses. Like, what's even going on in this one? Why are they doing this? Who's funding this? And it didn't stop there. Wrigley would continue to promote their new brand in print ads, which, in my opinion, were incredibly underrated.
Ever tried lying on 1,000 vibrating cell phones?
No?
Ever tried to a volcano?
Why would I do that?
Agreed. They were the epitome of just saying shit. To say shit.
Ever ride through a whirlpool on an electric eel?
These are becoming progressively more ridiculous. All in all, Five Gum's original...
The problem is I don't even know if those were just things that he said to be funny or if those were actual taglines of Five Gum. Because it could be either one. That's the fucked up part.
Advertising forged an unforgettably distinct image for the brand that over 10 years later has yet to be rivaled within the industry of snack foods. Within a year of its release, Five was practically a household name. Suddenly, gum was cool again, and now Hubba Bubba, Juicy Fruit, Extra, and the rest all had some new competition. No, I'm just kidding.
It's all the same fucking manufacturer, though. Had to be actual taglines. I agree.
Literally, all those brands are owned by Wrigley. They're
it's literally the
corporate puppet
same
masters
brand
of the gum industry.
Love me some
Regardless
Juicy
of
Fruit.
this, Five Gum...
Juicy Fruit's good. Juicy Fruit's good. I wouldn't... Does anybody agree with me about Trident Layers? I said that shit. I wanted people to like gas me up and like say that I was like either right or disagree completely and said I was way off base for saying that. Trident Layers was an amazing gum. Probably the best gum. Right now, I think it's Ice Cubes. I think right now in the current market, Ice Cubes has the best gum.
Would enjoy over half a decade of well-earned success, expanding into a roster of over a dozen flavor experiences, and continuing their epic ad campaign well into the early 10s. But by 2014, things started to take a bit of a turn. You see, Five Gum saw
Layers
its
was
rise
fire
to
as
fame
well?
during
Alright,
a time when
facts.
gum sales were actually starting to dip. At first, it wasn't that alarming. Advertisers were kind of in a state of denial, with an attitude that felt something like, "Hey kids, how you doing? John, baby Junior Wrigley here, how you doing? Hey, isn't chewing gum great? Man, I love me some Five. But really though, guys, please buy our product. Breath mints are taking over our market share. We're a dying industry. This is serious." By the mid-10s, companies could no longer ignore the problem. With chewing gum sales declining year over year, Wrigley was forced to close down one of their major manufacturing plants. It was in Toronto, actually. It hit very close to home. We still don't really like to talk about it. But this shutdown
he's
wasn't
Canadian.
just a kick in the pants. It was a call to action for Wrigley to completely reassess their marketing strategies when it came to their products. And what Wrigley learned was, chewing gum had kind of lost its cool factor. What was once seen as a hip and rebellious confectionery was now no longer
So is that how
valued
Five Gum
within
became a
youth
thing? Is that what
culture.
he's trying to get at
And
here?
with the growth and popularity of alternatives like breath mints, consumers now had more options to choose from. So, like any company facing a critical loss in market share, Wrigley would panic and attempt to drastically modify their marketing strategies in the hopes that a new angle might help push sales.
Okay, what are we getting at
Now,
here?
this is where things started to get weird for Five. You see, in an attempt to update its image, Wrigley would abandon Five's adrenaline-driven attitude in favor of a more down-to-earth style of advertising.
Why?
All of a sudden, Five's marketing was no longer centered around visceral flavor experiences. Now it was about the joy of being young, taking risks, and the beauty of the human condition. And it wouldn't stop there.
See, that's where they went. That's where they went wrong. That's why I didn't know Five still even existed anymore. Why did they change? They had the recipe for success. They just needed to pump out different fucking random shit.
Over the next decade, the company would experiment with virtually every conceivable angle they thought they could capitalize on. Seriously, somehow Five ended up going through more phases than the middle schoolers they were marketing to.
That's
moving
crazy.
From raunchy to wholesome to...
No one's actually done something like this before, you know, taking a piece of gum and making it into a piece of jewelry.
Why would you do that?
And to add insult to injury, every attempt to rebrand was more desperate and ridiculous than the last. So today, we're going to look at all of them, and point, and laugh.
Oh yeah.
To begin,
Hell
let's start
yeah.
with Five's first.
Yeah, I just want to say I fucking love this guy's videos. I like his voice. He's giving me stuff to comment on and shit. I'm about it. We might have found another guy we can react to on the regular here.
Offense. In
The
2015,
slogan changed.
The brand
They changed the
ushered in
slogan?
A completely new era, doing away with their tried and true
Stimulate your
slogan
senses.
in favor of a much humbler mantra. Life happens in 5.
That's
Now, you
so
don't have to be a
dumb.
marketing
What the fuck does that even mean? Life happens in 5? How? How can you say that? Literally. Let's break it down here. How many months are in a year? 12. You can't. That's not a multiple of 5. How many days are in a week? 7. Not a multiple of 5. How many hours in a day? 24. Not a multiple of 5. Maybe you could pull the case about minutes and seconds being 60. That's a multiple of 5. But not like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. 365 days, I don't think that's a multiple of 5 either. What the fuck are they on about right now?
expert to notice that this new slogan communicates an entirely different message. Prior to this change, Five's whole identity was intentionally over the top.
Yes.
But here we see an attempt by the brand to equate Five to more relatable, realistic experiences. All of a sudden, the thrill of Five is no longer about blasting out of a
Oh, the 5 senses. They're still sticking with that. I'm an idiot.
peppermint-cooled cannonball. Now it's about the thrill of sneaking out, going in for a sudden kiss, or doing ballet. But where these
I do remember this now. Actually, no, he's bringing it back. I remember 5 Gum having these random ass commercials that literally had nothing to do with 5 Gum.
commercial
because it didn't make any sense. Because 5 Gum was about being that cyberpunk Matrix style, over the top, making no sense, kind of just like fever dream. That's why you bought 5 Gum, because the ad made you feel like nothing ever has, and you didn't understand why you even liked the ad, but it was cool, and that's why you bought the gum. Them doing this fucking living life, live, laugh, love transition is stupid.
Especially miss the mark is with the feeling they attempt to convey. Yes, all of these experiences could be seen as heart-pounding, thrilling moments, but they have almost nothing to do with the thrill of the senses, something that
Agreed.
5's earlier commercials captured so effectively. Look at it.
That's why it didn't come into my head about the 5 senses.
An overwhelming minty sensation, that's invigorating. If it starts making my heart pound, I'm calling 911. It almost feels
Valid.
like 5 tried to create a more updated and relatable take on their old commercials, but forgot about the gum in the process. They're also still
The gum was just a
targeting young
byproduct.
people,
It had
but
nothing to do
this
with the
time around,
commercial.
it just feels way more forced. Photos from their website show 20-somethings hanging out, smiling, and enjoying the moment while awkwardly holding gum for the camera like that's something
Yeah,
people
what the
just do.
fuck?
Look, I'm not trying to be difficult. I understand that it's an advertisement, but there's a huge difference between someone posing with a product like this versus an ad that's awkwardly
Agreed. And also, they completely changed everything. This is not 5 Gum. This is just like, hey, we'll give you $50 if you just put this shit in your mouth and take a picture with it, or hold this thing. This might not even be 5 Gum in the actual picture. They might just be holding something random, and they fucking CGI'd 5 Gum on there. That looks like Photoshop. Like, this shit just looks weird.
trying to look organic.
I'm not buying anything
what?
that's
If
in that
5 Gum
photo.
offered me money, I'd be taking pics with it too. I mean, every family photo, every candid... Anyways, how did 5 follow this up? Well, in 2016, the company reintroduced 5 Truth or Dare.
What?
A packaging gimmick that
Did y'all know about this? Oh, fuck is true? What?
included an edgy Truth or Dare challenge on each stick of...
Share your most embarrassing guilty pleasure. So now 5 Gum's a game? What are we doing? It's no wonder 5 Gum is nowhere to be found.
gum. I guess the idea is that since gum is a shareable item, then people would be inclined to challenge their friends before giving them a piece. Yes, I know, it's incredibly lame. They tried to push this, did a promotion at VidCon, engagement was poor, and yet somehow they managed to keep this gimmick running for over 4 years. It was also very clear that this campaign was another ham-fisted attempt by 5 to try and pander to young people. I mean, just look at this weird video from 5's marketing team that probably isn't meant to be publicly on YouTube.
5 Gum reigned as the hot youth brand for years, but
What?
eventually, other options stole our share of the hearts and pockets of modern millennials. So we had to remind them that 5 Gum is the gateway to intriguing experiences.
What? What? They openly admitted that they were outsold by other competitors and that they failed as a company, and now they're trying to tell you to buy their shit again? Whoa. That is the boldest and stupidest way to try to get into somebody's market share. That was absolutely garbage. Oh my god.
Cringe!
Yes.
It's pretty clear that this
That's
is
the
one
word
of
I'm
those
looking
videos
for.
an ad team puts together every quarter where they flash a bunch of big numbers.
Are y'all playing Truth or Dare with a fucking gum wrapper? People hate on Laffy Taffy for having dad jokes on the wrapper. You really think that having Truth or Dare on your gum is gonna do some shit for you? No. Absolutely fucking not.
Numbers on the screen so they can all high-five each other in a boardroom meeting.
What
and
the
whenever one of these
fuck?
things makes it out to the public, they are almost always embarrassing to watch. They're always crammed with cringy
Almost?
stock footage of stuff companies think young people do, like frolicking on a beach or dancing in a skate park. Why is it always a skate park? But the campaign
'Cause
didn't
it's
stop
edgy,
there.
bro.
In 2017, 5 upped the raunch factor by
The
making all
raunch?
their Truth or Dare challenges a fill-in-the-blank style game.
Oh
Which
god.
gave rise to packaging that said things like, "What's the most horrible place you've ever or have you ever with your pants on?" This isn't even edgy
What?
anymore. It's just crass.
What? Have you... Hold on. I gotta go back to that.
packaging that said things like, "What's the most horrible place you've ever or
Have you ever blanked with your pants on? What the fuck could they be talking about here? Obviously, they're trying to make it sexual. And there it is. They couldn't do it with being edgy, because they changed their brand for no fucking reason. They couldn't be relatable, because that's not Five Gum's thing. So you know what they did? Oh, and they couldn't be gimmicky either, with the truth or dare. Now they up the stakes. They said, we have to do sex, because sex is the only thing that will forever sell. That's actually insane.
have you ever
All right, go ahead,
with your
Cookman.
pants on?" This isn't even edgy anymore. It's
I
just
agree.
crass.
Agreed.
But what made this even weirder was the fact that the next year, the company would immediately follow up this raunchy marketing gimmick with a tear-jerking, socially conscious new ad campaign. In 2018, Five introduced the #NoRegrets campaign, an emotionally charged series of advertisements that documented the stories of elderly people and their biggest life regrets.
Why are they even marketing to elderly people? Elderly people have dentures. They don't chew gum. They smoke cigarettes.
Can't make this stuff up. If this isn't proof that corporations aren't just the archetypal manifestation of a
This is,
shape-shifting
like,
gesture,
ridiculous.
then maybe it's a me problem.
No,
Seriously,
you're
I've
chilling,
had
bro.
weeks to ponder over this ad campaign, and I still cannot wrap my head around what possessed them to take this angle for gum. It is shockingly sad. Each
I don't
story in
understand
this
it either.
campaign is a personal profile on someone who, due to bigotry, social stigma, or poor living conditions, was forced to live with a regret that they will carry to the grave. And while these videos actually do a surprisingly good job at shedding light on some pretty heavy topics, it still feels really weird knowing that at the end of the day, this
It's
is
a
just
fucking
an
gum
ad for
ad.
chewing gum. Now look, I get it. Social issues are important to a lot of young people. And if companies touch on
important
these
to
topics,
everybody.
it will have an influence on their purchasing decisions. But that doesn't make it feel any less out
Maybe.
of place. If you look on their Instagram, you'll see what I mean. On August 30th, 2018, Five Gum made a post about Lin, a Chinese performer that was so tied down by work that she never got the chance to travel outside of her homeland. And then immediately after, Five Gum posted, "What's your favorite way to Five Truth or Dare?" Never have I seen a
They were trying to be tearjerkers and sex addicts at the same time. What the fuck is wrong with the people in charge of Five Gum's ad marketing? Bring back the dude that kicked this shit off. Save your company. Y'all are just a dumpster fire at this point. What?
brand communicate such a blatant loss of identity to their
Literally.
consumers.
They have
It's
no
just
idea
off
what
the
they wanna
rails
be.
At this point. By 2019, Five Gum's entire brand image is in a million pieces. The popularity of gum is still in the dumpster. And in countries like Australia, the product is just flat out being discontinued. So, naturally, there's only one thing left to do. In 2019, Five is forced to make one last act of desperation. A
Oh, God.
final Hail Mary.
Oh, God,
with
I
one of
can't-
the most
I can't
forbidden
imagine.
marketing tactics known to modern advertising. Pandering to gamers. April 27th,
What?
2020.
Is that a bad
Five
thing?
makes its first Instagram post. Don't game without Five Gum. Engagement is clearly high. This one guy claims he almost ate an entire pack of gum while gaming.
Because you're so focused on the game, you don't care what the fuck's in your mouth. You're just trying to stay distracted, and then you're eating all of the gum because it has no fucking flavor. Okay. Now I'm getting mad again.
My God, this might actually work. The pandering continues. Suddenly, every post Five Gum makes is somehow tied to video games, along with baseless claims about how their gum now apparently improves focus.
That's
And they
not
don't
a
even
thing.
Try. Half the time, they're just photoshopping the gum in front of PS4 controllers, and somehow it's being received well. Then, in
That's
October,
crazy, dude.
It happens. A post is made on Five's official Instagram promoting their brand new, specially engineered gamer gum.
What? I did not know this existed. I did not know that this was a fucking thing. I don't care, but I just did not know.
This
Respawn?
is the bad ending. In late 2020, 5Gum introduced Respawn, a gamer-centric chewing gum produced in partnership with computer
I like the packaging.
electronics company Razer. Now,
That's
for those
why.
who aren't too familiar, the Razer company is infamous throughout the gaming world for taking regular, everyday products and rebranding them for a gaming audience.
Wait,
This
dead
goes
ass?
for everything from beverages to athletic wear to animated shows to RGB face masks.
Wait, dead ass? Am I gonna hate Razer now?
Don't let them forget they tried this. You
Yeah,
see,
what the fuck?
Razer was one of the early pioneers when it came to identifying gamers as a legitimately profitable demographic.
Well, 'cause it
And that's
is.
inspired them to experiment with all kinds of ridiculous products. Which is why it comes as no surprise that the company was more than enthusiastic to enter the gum business. The whole idea behind Respawn was to offer a collection of uniquely flavored gum.
Yo, I'm
that
not gonna
promised
lie,
to
their packaging's
improve
fire.
Focus while gaming. According to their claims, Respawn utilized a mix of B vitamins and green tea extract, which supposedly served as a cognitive stimulant.
Okay.
And while I was completely ready to tear this claim down piece by piece, I was weirdly surprised to learn that the science behind these claims is actually fair.
Yes, Razer does do that shit. They make fun of themselves every April Fool's by announcing something insane. Bro, what? That's so ass. That's so stupid. I don't... Well, I have a new company that I will not be supporting now because I don't fuck with that shit. If you want to make something, make it yourself. Make your own fucking product. It doesn't matter if it's already a thing out there. If you want to make a keyboard, make a keyboard. Make your own damn keyboard. You want to make a mouse, make your own damn mouse. You want to make clothes, make your own damn clothes. Like, I understand that there's this conglomerate of, like, buying and selling other things and shipping it out as something else, white labeling. I know that that is a huge thing in the marketing industry. I just don't like when people are so transparent about it. Because now it's like, okay, we're blatantly telling you that we don't give a shit about what the product is. If we can market it to you, we're going to sell it to you. So now it's like, okay, you just don't care about us. Razer isn't that great anyway, lol. Oh, perfect.
Fairly solid. Turns out the consumption of B vitamins has demonstrated improved focus in scientific studies, which means Respawn could kind of technically maybe improve your performance while gaming.
I highly doubt that chewing a gum that barely had any flavor to begin with, that now claims to have vitamins and all this other shit in it, is going to actually help you stay focused. That shit just does not... I don't think that that's at all a claim that they can make. That's like the same thing that fucking Pokimane did with her stupid Mina cookies, where they claim that there's vitamin D in it. And then somebody who has a company that makes food broke it down and was like, there's so little vitamin D in here that you would never know any of its effects. But they claim that it's one of the biggest things in their cookies. So it's like, that's the same fucking thing that 5Gum is doing. I guarantee it.
It's a stretch, and it's much more likely that simply having an energy drink would be infinitely more effective.
Oh my god, yeah.
But regardless, that's not the actual problem here. The real question we should be asking is, who chews gum while playing video games?
Yo, facts.
Am I missing something here?
Facts,
is this a
though.
niche corner of gamer culture that I never got hip to?
No, because, like, what are you gonna do? You're just fucking there's chomp and just... Like, that's not something you do while you're gaming. Like, when you're gaming, you're fucking locked in. You're ready to go. You don't even start talking. How are you gonna chew gum when you're so locked in that you're dead silent? This guy's got a good-ass fucking point.
When has that action ever been synonymous with gaming?
No.
Doritos, sure. Mountain Dew, yes. G Fuel, fine, I guess. But
Yeah, but that's all
bubblegum?
between games.
Who wants to sit in a Discord call with a guy smacking his lips together?
That's what I just said that.
Gank top like that? We can't rush B. It's too annoying. In fact, I can prove it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
What are you guys up to?
not much. I was just writing an email.
What kind of email?
That was an email to my boss.
I was talking to him.
Yeah, just
Ew.
about
Oh.
starting out.
Oh.
Starting out. What is,
Nope. Nope, I'm gonna wait for this segment to be over.
that's That's actually hurting my ears.
Y'all can deal with that.
What?
No thanks.
What is that?
Oh my god, it's still happening.
Okay, so as far as the
Jesus
actual
Christ.
product goes, from
That
what
shit
I
made
can
my
tell
skin crawl.
online, it doesn't seem like Respawn ever managed to take off anywhere at all. As with most
I've never
heavily
even
hyped
seen it
gaming
before.
consumables, it always feels like there's a ton of promotion online without the proper distribution to back it up. So, as a result, Respawn's official Instagram page is just filled with 14-year-olds asking why they can't find it at Walmart. And that basically brings us to today. As of 2023, Wrigley has practically pulled back the reins on the entire brand.
Yeah, I don't even see it in stores
Sponsored
anymore.
Publicity stunts, Five doesn't really advertise to the level they used to, and their roster of flavors has pitifully dwindled from over a dozen different options to about 4. So who's to blame here? Well, while it is
I don't
true
even
that the
see Five Gum in
popularity of
stores
chewing gum
anymore.
has fallen drastically, it still never felt like Five Gum did themselves any favors along the way.
No.
Between the tasteless packaging gimmicks, social pandering, and the encasing pre-chewed gum inside of jewelry. Sorry I didn't cover this one in the video, there's not much to it, it's just really dumb.
You did cover
feels
it.
like along the way, Wrigley forgot what it was that made their product
Homie
so
forgot that he mentioned
enticing
it.
in the first place. So here's my take on it. If Wrigley wants to get us excited about their product again, they need to take Five back to its roots. They need to
Agreed.
remind us
Agreed.
what
This is
made
also my
Five such
opinion
a
now.
captivating product.
Not now. This was my
Remind us
opinion,
that
but
Five is an experience. They need to remind us how it feels to chew Five Gum.
facts. What a great fucking video. What a great fucking video. Yo, I'm popping a subscribe there. That was fire. This guy's only has 133k subs. That is criminal. 1.9 million views. What a fucking fantastic video. Wow. That was awesome. That was actually awesome.